The government has asked coal and independent power producers to take a haircut. It wants Eskom's key suppliers to consider cost reductions in order to help the economy. The power utility is more than 400 billion rand in debt and is staying afloat only because of government guarantees. Thomas Garner, chairperson of the South African Independent Power Producers Association, joins us now. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
What do you make of this request?
Jane, yeah, I think it's been long coming. I think it's great that government actually realizes that Eskom and the country at large is in a massive economic challenge.
All right, how will it work? What sort of impact will it have on you?
Well, the independent power producers have got contracts that were signed from 2011 onwards, and that's backed up by a government sovereign guarantee. So it's not easy to change it. So I think we're only meeting tomorrow as independent power producers to discuss it, and then we're going back to government on Friday with a possible suggestion. So it's not clear yet what's going to happen.
Are you prepared to cut, though?
I think I cannot say that. And the reason I cannot say that is
Till tomorrow.
I cannot talk on behalf of many parties that are invested in this, and that includes pension funds, international investors, people like that. So it's not only about the independent power producers, it's about all the investors in the program.
Is it a sign that independent power producers are being taken as seriously as they should be?
I think there's a lot of misconceptions. I think one of the misconceptions is that Eskom is making a loss on selling electricity from independent power producers. That's devoid from all truth. That's being used by people against IPPs. The mechanisms of funding the IPPs are very clear in the multi-year price determination and the RCA, the regulatory clearing account from Eskom. So if Eskom pays 90 cents per kilowatt hour for an IPP's electricity, it receives 90 cents per kilowatt hour. There's no loss made on it.
And how much are you feeding into the grid?
I don't have that number off my head.
Fair to say significant.
Yeah, I think it's probably around 5 to 8% of the electricity used in the country.
You spoke about international investors and all the other players. I mean, what is it that would spook them off at the moment?
I think what would spook them off is the uncertainty. We all know that capital follows certainty, and that's why there was the massive investment in IPPs since 2011, 2012, because it was a world-class program, really well thought through, no corruption, and it was backed by sovereign guarantees that gave many people comfort to invest. Then with the Brian Molefe Eskom saga 2015, that was the first salvo of let's create uncertainty from people that's anti-IPP or actually pro themselves. And that led to 3 years of hiatus in terms of no PPAs signed, which created enormous uncertainty, job losses, disinvestment, things like that. And this change in tact from government could have the same effect, and that's why it's very important to handle it with gloves to make sure that we get to a place where we don't create uncertainty.
All right, so these conversations say they are successful. Let's try and be hopeful about that. What does success look for you with Eskom and the IPPs sort of working closer together?
I think success for me looks simply, as the President said earlier in the year, is we have to unbundle Eskom to make sure that the transmission system operator is independent, and that transmission system operated, which could be Eskom, it could be named Eskom, it could be the original Eskom company, then will buy electricity from coal-fired power stations, wind power stations, solar power stations, and gas, and whatever else, and balance the grid and supply that to the customers. That's where we need to go, and we need to go there fast.
All right, well, we look forward to finding out what comes from that meeting. Thomas Garner, thank you very much.
Thank you.